Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight end Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 3 down, 3 down. Take your kick. Obama. I got him. On me. Check 37. Check. Hey, kill.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Goff on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Let's go. 180.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Connor going backwards here on the 1st down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Check 26, check 26. Mark 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And this is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. Switzer on the return. Nice move at the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
No spacing. 50. Hey, Alpha. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Middle. Double bump. 5. Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch. Snickers, 66. Come on, switch it. Hey, wahoo. Hey. That's mine. I got him. Low bell.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And the Steelers first down.
230.
26-yard line.
It's no bell. That's going to be topper.
On 1st down, Grant. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check 15. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go, D. Whoa! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike Monday. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, orbit. Middle. Hey, alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. One set. Check Mike 54. Black and turn.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
54 Mike. Hey, echo. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Right there. 54.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A 77-yard punt return. And the Rams have taken the lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
65.
On first down, it's Samuels. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
180. You must be dreaming. Hey, alert, alert. These two. Jack 16. Let's go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check 9, check 9. 77, 77.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Easy. Everyone got 4 down. Hey, zoom. 24 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ben to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it. It's caught inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Hey, no, look good. Hey, we can alert. Let's set a tone.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler Eric Weddle. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 1st down, Grant. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Hey, Delta. 54. I'm coming.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Black 30, 50. Mike 54. So we got man. Hey, exit. 54. Mike 54. Tackle.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. When I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They go back to Grant, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Corey Grant, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
44. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Right there. 54. Right there.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gone. Well, that'll be caught by Cobb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Dances by him. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From just shy of midfield, Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Here we go. Line 20. 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Out of the gun. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
A loss of 9 on the sack.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
No spacing. Keep going towards the moment. Whirl. Right there. Hey, high 7. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Toss play for Samuels. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
On first down, Grant. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Black is good.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Yeah, 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
4 down. 24 is the man. It's just me and you. It's just smooth. 44.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. The decision to go for it pays off. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A 40-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the Rams' 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, let's get them home. Hey, one set.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 22, 44. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
He's back to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 34.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 32-yard line.
I don't even know why his team showed up.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for L.A., the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pitt,